So in this video, well, first off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shah. And in this video, right, I'm gonna give y'all some little background real quick before I start. So I was watching this YouTube channel or this YouTube video, this little lesson, Bible lesson from this man named Deacon Sakari from the not tribe, Deacon Sakari from the camp Sakari, right? And his lesson that he was doing, he was talking about how Israel is going to be put back in their land in the end times, right? And he was saying how it was going to be done by Yahweh Shah, or who people call Jesus, how he was going to take us and put us back in our land and he's going to come back, on these clouds and stuff, right? And he was saying how you can find videos online, like you just see people, they had phone camera footage of just a cloud disappearing and reappearing and clouds just transforming and stuff like that, right? So I wanted just me being curious, I wanted to look online and look on YouTube to see if there's any videos, just any videos of what he was saying. And I found a few videos, but this one video in particular, I want to show y'all, right? I want to show y'all. So let me share my screen, and I don't want to be too long. But let me just share my screen and let me just show y'all this video. And one thing I want y'all to do, pay attention to all the images or all because this video is called Shapeshifting UFO. Shapeshifting UFO. And it was uploaded not too long ago. Like it was uploaded literally last year, July 30th, 2021, right? And y'all just pay attention to the shapes that it shifted into, right? Just pay attention.
Being able to get onto a commercial flight, looking out your window and seeing this. This happened. I'm sorry.
What is that?
Now let me put the video in slow motion. I'm gonna put the video in slow motion so y'all can kind of see, because when I watched this video, like the camera was kind of shaky and I was trying to pause the video at certain moments, but whoever was recording, they was kind of a little bit nervous, I guess, because when you're trying to zoom in and record at the same time, it's it's very nerve-wracking or whatever. But so all right.
It's a passenger on the plane.
Look.
Looks so.
Now, this little image right here, in my opinion, this looks like a sickle. In my opinion, this looks like a sickle. In my opinion. Now, let me show y'all what a sickle looks like, right? And I'm gonna bring up a verse that talks about this sickle, right? Salakia. I'm gonna show y'all the image of a sickle, and also show y'all the verse that talks about this sickle. So this is kind of that's what the Grim Reaper, it's called a scythe, but it's kind of the same thing, same difference or whatever. But that is what a Grim Reaper has. A Grim Reaper holds this little sickle in his hand. It's different ways you can look at it and everything, but either way, all these things are like sickles or some form of sharp object or something, right? That you can use to just gather up grapes and stuff, right? And this kind of goes into a prophecy in the Bible, and I'm gonna show you something real quick. I think it's in Revelations, where he was talking about how he was going to thrust his sickle on the earth, right? So it's Revelation 14. Revelation 14 and 14. So as y'all see right here, the heading of this little verse right here is called the Reapers. The Reapers. Just like how I said, the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper has a sickle that is used to just it's very sharp and it can just kill people, right? It just cuts people off. You know what I'm saying, right? So Revelation 14:14 reads, and I looked up Slakia, and I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man. It's talking about Christ, Yahweh, right? Having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle, right? Now let me show y'all what he's gonna do with this sharp sickle. I'm gonna continue, but it says another angel. So you got the Son of Man, then you have another angel that came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. So you have another angel coming, basically commanding the Son of Man, commanding Yahushua to thrust his sickle on the earth, right? And it says, verse 16, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, having also a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. Right? So you have one sickle that is used to basically gather the Israelites, because all of this is very symbolic, right? You have one sickle that gathers the Israelites. So it says the harvest is ripe, time to reap, right? Then you have another sickle that is used for the wrath of God. And it says, and the winepress was trodden down without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. Right. So I don't know how long that's very long. I think that's like miles, because this is like this furlong. Salakia, furlong is a measurement of like distance, right? So I don't know how long that is, but that's like probably thousands of miles of blood, like almost maybe like 38,000 miles of just blood. I'm not Salakia. Oh, stuttering that nigga. So, but I'm not really sure, you know what I'm saying, how long that is, but that's very long, you know what I'm saying? But let me go back. So that's the sickle. That's why I say this kind of look like a sickle a little bit, and that's kind of just, you know, I guess a sign of how judgment is soon to come. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue with this video.
The window. Grabs the phone. This was filmed in June. The traveler sees that. An object apparently
And it's like, dog, just like
changing
it just looks like crazy, bro.
shapes in seconds. Oh,
Now, hold up. Quit moving your fucking phone so much. All right, so pausing right here. So this looks like the Son of Man, in my opinion, because I feel like if y'all know about the Transfiguration, right? The Transfiguration in Matthew, I'm gonna show you something real quick. So Matthew 17. I can't even spell Matthew right. Matthew 17. So it says, and after 6 days, Yahweh shall take Peter, James, John his brother, and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. So transfigured basically means that he went from his fleshly state to a spiritual angelic state, right? And it says his face did shine as the sun, right? And his raiment, talking about his garments, his clothes, was white as the light. So that looks like this right here. How you can barely, like, you know, see him, like you just see this kind of like, you know, his face is shining like the sun, and then you got, like, you know, his clothes and everything. I think, like, you know, the back of like that's kind of like his robe, I guess, I'm assuming. But you got his crown, like all this stuff, like it's just, I feel like that's what the Transfiguration kind of looked like, in my opinion, just my opinion. So this may be a transfigured, you know, image of Yahushua. Who knows? There could be a possibility of this being him. You never know. But I feel like that there's a message, and there's an underlying message behind this happening, right? Now let's continue.
Shape-shifting object? Is it based?
Like I said, pay attention to the, like, you know, to the shapes that it turned into, right? Just pay attention.
Bezos? Is it Branson?
And y'all hear how she's joking. Like, hold on, let me go back real quick. Y'all hear how this Edomite, she joking and everything, but she don't know that this shit is serious. That's what's wrong with a lot of y'all Edomites, that y'all joke too much. Y'all try to make a joke out of everything, and hee ha, but sometimes shit ain't funny. Like, sometimes you gotta realize that it's gonna go down. All y'all sitting here, being all flabbergasted and being all, befuzzled about this stuff and everything, being all mind boggled or whatever. But y'all know that all hell about to break loose at some point. You never know when, but it's gonna break. All hell's gonna break loose. But let me continue with this video though.
Is it a shape-shifting object? Is it Bezos?
Is it Bezos? Talking about Jeff Bezos. Is it Jeff Bezos? Like, what?
Is it Branson? What is it? Is it a UFO?
Mel, go for it. What do you see?
I have no.
Now, this right here, this kind of represents two things to me. This little image right here, because it's going to continue to shrink a little bit more, but this looks like almost like a tree, almost. Got like a little bit of like a tree, like got the branch or whatever. Not the branch, but you got like, the long, like the bark and everything, the whatever, the bark that leads up to the whole, branches and everything. You got the little root right here. Then you got the branches coming off and everything. And that goes to that verse in John 15:1. In John 15:1, when he said that I am the true vine. Let me go there real quick. Let me put it in red letters so y'all can see it's Christ talking. But when Christ said, I am the true vine and my Father is the husbandman, that skipped down, but he said it again. He said, I am the vine and ye are the branches, right? So he is the vine and we are the branches. And I feel like this is a testament to that. How you have like a vine or whatever, like these little vines or whatever, and then the branches stemming off. But also when it continues to shrink, let me show y'all what it looks like. Right?
Okay, I'm looking.
In my opinion, I'm just saying this is what this looks. This is what this image or this transfigured, whatever glowing light this is. I feel like it looks like this, in my opinion, right?
At this for the first time. I wanted to be surprised. Whoa!
Hold up. Let me put it back in slow motion so y'all can, this camera won't move too fast.
At this for the first time. I wanted to be surprised. Whoa!
Now, in my opinion, hold up.
No. What?
Hold up. All right, so
Hey.
Okay.
in my opinion, this looks like a sword. In my opinion, opinion, it looks like a sword. In my opinion, it can be a sword, it can be a branch, it can be a vine or a little tree or whatever you want to call it. But in my opinion, it looks like almost both in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It represents all of them.
So,
I'm gonna show y'all a verse real quick. That talks about this little sword or whatever. I'm gonna bring up a few verses that talks about this sword, right? So first of all, people gotta understand what this sword represents, because this sword is not anything nice. Like, and even though you hear them, whoa, oh my goodness, whoa, that's crazy. They're being all mesmerized by it. And they don't even know that this sword means business. Like, there's nothing good about this sword, right? So Job 19 and 29 says, be ye afraid of the sword. So they're not even, I don't even know if they're afraid. They're more so just, mesmerized by it. They're just marveling at it. But it says, be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment. So this sword represents judgment, represents punishment that's going to be executed on somebody. Even though people may not know who, but the Bible even tells you who. But this sword is going to be used to execute judgment on anybody who is meant for, right? Isaiah 34:5 says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Who is Idumea? Let me show y'all real quick. Right? Let me show y'all real quick. So Isaiah 34 and 5. And this is a prophecy, for one, prophecy. But it says Idumea. Idumea means Edom. Edom, talking about the Edomites, the so-called white man, woman, and child. And I'm gonna make a video in the future talking about who Esau is, because I want people to be edified on that, because people may not understand, the importance behind knowing that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make a video on that in the future. But Edom is referring to the Edomites, or the so-called white man, woman, and child, right? Then you go to the next verse. So you're gonna have this sword being used for Edom, for the Edomites, right? Then it says right here in verse 6, the sword of Yahweh is filled with blood, it is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Right? So let me show you what Basra means too. Because Basra can mean two things, or have two different contexts, if I, as I may say. But Basra, it means it's Slakia, a town in Edom or a town in Moab. Either way, both y'all getting fucked up. Either way. Edom represents the Edomites, or the so-called white man, woman, and child. Moab, or the Moabites, represents the Chinese man, woman, and child. But either way, y'all both getting fucked up. There's a punishment for both of y'all. I'm gonna show y'all in the scripture real quick, but let me go to Isaiah 63. Is it 63? Yep, Isaiah 63. So the not subtitle, but the heading is God's vengeance on the nations, right? So it says, who is that come from Edom, or who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, right? As I just said, how he's gonna Yahushua, Yahushua, he's gonna come on the earth with a sword. And I'm gonna bring up the next verse in a minute, or I'm just continue. But he's gonna go to the Edomites and the Moabites and execute them, right? The reason he has these dyed garments is because of all the blood that was on that he shed. All the blood that he shed is from the people that he killed, right? He said, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat, right? And it says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people. So this means that he's solo dolo. Yahushua himself is going to be doing this. He ain't going to have no help when he comes back to kill off these Edomites and these Moabites. He's going to be by himself. He don't need no help to kill these people, even though at the same time, he is used as a vessel. You know what I'm saying? To he is a vessel of the Most High. So I would say the Most High is the only one that you could say is helping him in this instance. But Yahushua, he's solo dolo. You know what I'm saying? Solo dolo, killing off all these niggas. It says, for I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, in the year of my redeemed is come. So saying the year of his redeemed, talking about the Israelites. How when he comes back and when he kills off all these niggas, that's when you know, okay, it's time. It's time for us to be redeemed back to our homeland, right? Now, let me go back to this whole sword thing. I'm going to go to Psalms 149 to show y'all this two-edged sword that would be used, right? Look. So, I'm starting at verse 5. It says, let the saints, who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites, as we should know. But let the Israelites be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth. and a two-edged sword in their hand. What? To execute vengeance upon the heathen. A two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with the fetters of iron, meaning that they're going to be put into captivity, and to execute judgment, or to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord, right? So this two-edged sword is not just, like this is just it's a testament to how bad this sword is. I'm not going to say that it may be literal swords. It's symbolic or something, but it's symbolic of the judgment and the death that's going to come on the earth to who? The wicked, the heathen, specifically the Edomites and Moabites. Specifically, they're just a few people, or they're just they're going to be like the first stop when Yahushua returns. Basra, the Edomites, that's going to be his first stop, right? So this sword is nothing to smile at, nothing to laugh at, nothing to giggle about. Like, this sword is serious. Like I said, in my opinion, this look like a sword. In my opinion, it may be a stretch in some people's eyes. It may be a stretch. It may be me reaching or something like that. But in my opinion, that's what it looks like to me. If it looks like something else to you, okay then. But either way, there's the judgment that's going to happen to these people. It's going to happen, regardless.
Could be anything.
Regardless.
Honestly, here's the thing.
So,
like I don't know what that could be. There's someone said I read this little bit online.
It's probably Yahushua shapeshifting. Yahushua shapeshifting and trying to give my people a sign. I don't know. This got 900, almost 1 million views. So however many people watch this thing, hopefully some of my people, some of Israel saw this video. And when I say Israel, I'm talking about the actual elect, the ones who are trying to stay in this word and trying to really live for Yahweh, right? But hopefully not even just them, but all of Israel. Hopefully we all saw this video and took heed to it and said, hold up, this shit is serious, right?
And someone said that maybe that's just the reflection off the window of something or other.
But look how
little bit online, and someone said that maybe that's just the reflection off the window of something or other.
Like, you shocked and everything, and you laughing and everything, but this shit ain't gonna be funny. I don't know if you're an Israelite or not. Just because you melanated, you have some little melanin on your skin, don't mean that you're an Israelite. But I'm gonna just not deal with that right now. But hopefully you are. Hopefully you are, and hopefully you take heed to that. This shit is serious, for real. This shit is serious. But it ain't gonna be all laughs and giggles, shits and giggles when shit really hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? When shit really go down, when all hell start breaking loose, ain't gonna be no laughing at all. That sword that Yahushua is gonna come with, he's gonna use that to kill off everybody. Everybody that is not his people, that is not keeping his words, that's not trying to live for his father. He's gonna kill them off, right? But that's all I got for this video. Hopefully y'all learned something from this video. Hopefully y'all I guess be warned by this video in a sense, because sometimes a lot of people, they need something to scare them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like, I'm not gonna say that Yahweh does give us the spirit of fear, because we all know that. But sometimes you need to be scared a little bit. You need to be pushed to the edge, to where it's like, okay, I don't think that, like, this is just me, right? Our people as a whole is not ready for what's to come. Not even just our people, but everybody, almost everybody, not almost everybody, but almost everybody on this earth is not ready for what's to come in the future. When it comes down to the judgment of Yahweh, almost everybody. And it starts with our people, because people don't understand that this shit is serious. Our people is not ready. So sometimes you gotta like scare them a little bit, just a little bit, a tad bit, to get them to realize how serious this shit is. When you realize how serious this is, then you may have a change in heart. Because people don't, it's like the same thing. It's like almost dying. Like when you have a near-death experience, you take life more serious now. It's like, damn, my nigga, I almost died. So that means that you gotta have a change in heart, you gotta have a change in your lifestyle. You can't be doing the same things you always did if you almost died, my nigga. And you realize how precious your life is, you know what I'm saying? So same thing with this. When you just read the verses in the Bible, even though them words may not really scare people a lot, but it's gonna scare some people though, for sure. But people don't understand that this, like I said, this shit is serious. And they don't understand that. They don't even read those anytime it talks about a verse, because people they just think that, you know, Yahweh shot at Christ. Oh, he's just so loving, he's so kind and so sweet and so gentle and so just peaceful and just Prince of Peace and just, you know, Lord of Lord. And it's like, my nigga, like, you don't know that this nigga just said that he's gonna kill off these people? What about this verse when he said that he's gonna, like, you know, try down the people from Basra and Edom? You just hear him say that he's gonna kill off these niggas? Y'all wanna leave out all those verses talking about him killing people, but any verse that talks about him being a prince of peace, him being, you know, giving you joy and giving you happiness and blessing your life and everything, y'all read all those verses. Y'all read everything that's good. You'll read that, but you won't read anything that's considered bad in the eyes of the world, because y'all think it's evil and it's wicked. No, it's just, it's righteous. It's for, you know, his people, Israel. But people don't understand that though. But they'll sooner or later they'll get it, and they'll probably get it later, very very later, late to the point where your house is going to come back and they're going to be a part of the judgment. But hopefully y'all learn from this video in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully I edified y'all in this video. Hopefully I didn't. Well, I ain't gonna say hopefully I didn't scare y'all, but hopefully y'all have been warned. Not by me, but by the scriptures, because the scriptures say that he's going to come back, you know, with this sword. He's going to come back to execute judgment on these people, and also we're going to be used. The Israelites are going to be used to execute judgment on them as well, right? To put them in slavery. But that's all I got for y'all. I love y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. Peace and shalom.